As long as there's time on the clock, it's not over. As long as there's breath in your body, it's not over. As long as you have a desire to still chase after it, it's not over. It doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter how weak you think you become, how many times you've fallen, no matter how many mistakes you've made, it's not over until you quit. And I need you to believe in yourself. I need you to believe that quitting is not an option, not for you. It costs you too much to get to where you are, to give up, to quit. That cannot be your moment. That cannot be who you are. You are not allowed to quit because those talents, those gifts are not just for you. The things that are in you, we need. The things that are in you, the team needs. The things that are in you have never been on earth before until you arrive. But if you quit, if you give up, then it's over. And it's not for you to give up. It's not just upon you. It's upon everything that everybody's ever prayed before you ever arrived on earth.
Many dreams die while suffering. And many of us out here have suffered. And when you're suffering, I'm not talking about just physically, I'm talking about emotionally, spiritually. It could be a relationship. When you're suffering, you give up on the very things that you wanted the most. So when the suffering got too much, my dream died. And pretty much I almost died with it. In overcoming my demons and facing my demons every day, I would have never been up here today. You can't outrun your demons. They'll always know where you're hiding. Trust me at that. And I'm gonna end with this. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done.
Everybody that you fight is not your enemy, and everybody that helps you is not your friend.
You could be the greatest of all time, but you don't know that if you quit.
Most people aren't obsessed with their goals because they don't believe they're worthy of them. It's easy to dream about what you want, but in between where you are and what you want, there's a tremendous amount of stuff you got to change and do. You have to do the work to change so that you can be the happy, fulfilled person that you were born to be.
You can be world class, you can fit in with the world, you don't get to do both. This is where you got to develop the interior core where it doesn't matter if people call you crazy. One thing I've learned is everyone has an opinion. Everyone has an opinion. Why let the opinions of other people deny you from a life that will make history?
When does a man or woman die? When their dreams die. When do we die? When we stop developing ourselves, expanding our minds, challenging ourselves, raising the bar on ourselves. I will fail my way to success.
If you get behind in life, it can become the thing that unites you and a sense of urgency. You can accomplish more in 6 months with a sense of purpose than you have in 6 years. Get focused, get confident about the fact that as long as I'm still breathing, I can win. And the only thing that we need to ignite is your win. W-H-E-N. If we can ignite there so that this moment becomes a significant moment, so that we can go from an emotional burst to down to your will and ignite your will to go after everything that's supposed to be yours.
When we are young, we would sacrifice health for wealth. And when we get old and discover what life is all about, we are willing to sacrifice every bit of our wealth for one day of good health.
that most people go so far in life and then they park. They stop. Dead in their tracks. Why? Because they take some hits. When you have a goal and dream, think it not strange that you face the fiery furnaces of this world. You will have tribulations. Things are going to happen to you.
We can no longer keep living in our limitations, man. Like when you understand that you're worthy, God has already equipped you. When you understand that God has given you a purpose, these opinions, these struggles, all those things that try to hold you back, man, they really don't matter as much. They don't have as much power in your life. This isn't a message to tell you that you're not gonna go through anything, because you're gonna go through a lot. This is the world. You're gonna go through hard times. None of us are exempt from the storm. None of us are exempt from the struggle. None of us are exempt from hate. None of us are exempt from criticism. But at the end of the day, it's up to us if we allow those things to control us. You gotta search for transformation. You gotta apply it to your life. You gotta get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You gotta say enough is enough, because you were created.
You can lose 4 rounds in a 5-round fight, and in the last second, hit someone with something that you didn't think. You go after it. You use a skill, a talent, a gift, a passion, a moment. It can be the death of a loved one that ignites you to greatness. For their sake, I'm not giving up. For their sake, I'm becoming more. But do it for your own sake.
You gotta be hungry to get up off the canvas of life and understand what Willie Jolly meant, that a setback is a setup for a comeback. You gotta be hungry. People that are hungry are willing to do the things that others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have.